Hello everybody and welcome to January-February issue of Is Your Ex Coming Back? Just really quick note, like, don't freak out. You don't want to ex back. Do not watch this. It's not for you. This is simply the series for people who still feel connection with someone. They're in on and off relationship. They're not able to break the bones. I am going to, if you're the first time here, really give you a quick review of the spread that I'm doing for this situation. If you have been here before, you know the spread, then just like look, I think I'm going to put down here or which time stamp to go to, and just you go directly in the reading. So for this reading I am actually designating 7 cards, and they are significators, which means just like a title of a book. Each category is going to tell me a little bit about that relationship. For the first card, the Magician, it's pretty much going to tell me if this relationship is starter. So I'll actually give the more detailed explanations for those of you who ordered the spread, which is still on the special for $50 if you really want to find about your relationship. The second card, Temperance Reversed, is really talking about things that need to be glued in a relationship. Then these are 2 significators. Either of them can be you, and it's kind of the energy and maybe communication in between. Now, what is basically the karmic intervention? What basically karma things that you need to work on in this time, and what should happen? And also the next steps in the relationship. So hopefully this kind of like gave you a really quick overview. I didn't kind of like spend too much time about that, so let's just jump straight in the readings. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your January Is Your Ex Coming Back series. So let's see what they see out of the gate. You have the very first card that showed up, the Judgment card, one of my karma cards. Something really karmic happens. So no, you're not crazy. Maybe you met that fellow or that lady just in a cafe, and you just can't stop thinking about them. Maybe you're one of like those people thinking, am I going to be nuts if I go and leave the ad in the newspaper or everywhere on the Facebook looking for so-and-so? I just managed to get a glance at such subway station, such bus station, but I just cannot forget you. Can you call me, kind of a thing, right? Because this kind of like tells me there is like this deep, really intense involvement over here. Now, that could be definitely one of those things that you're resolving something that you're supposed to resolve. And I always advise, get my karma reading. That's going to tell you kind of like really in more detail what you're supposed to be working on right now. Right? So interestingly enough, that you're getting King of Pentacles over here. So maybe you're ready. It just looks like that one party is like so ready. Put a fork in me, I'm ready. Another one, not so much. Maybe you're dealing with someone who is sad over here. I'll tell you honestly, like when I was like laying down the cards, I was thinking, well, wait a minute. Is it you who kind of like let them go? And now you're waiting for them? Somehow they're going to chase you? Because they're like feeling very sad. They're feeling out of sorts. They're feeling sad. They're feeling sad. How many times will I say sad? Because it's 5 cups. Sad, right? There's like almost like they're not looking, they're not able to see that something that still can happen. They're kind of not seeing the future in this relationship, and it looks like you do. And it looks like for you, like the intensity is like so much over there. But at the same time, I don't really think that they are here or thinking they're here to stay. Maybe they're like kind of like shifting in a different direction, but I really don't feel, at least not in the beginning, they're shifting towards someone else. They're kind of like feeling that milk has been like spilled, I have lost it, I will never going to get it back. There was like that connection. There's like somebody, oh my god, I have seen her. It's like my dream when I actually did get lottery numbers, and I actually did in my dream think, not in my dream, I woke up and I thought I sent myself a text with those numbers, and I felt comfortable that I'm going to win it. I woke up and those numbers were puff, nowhere to be found. of course. I think I lost my only chance in life for lottery that was just given to me like that on a silver platter. So let's see, where is this going? Four of Wands, and there is like this thing. Two of Cups showing up in what needs to be glued category over here. Yeah, one thing is like moving forward, but it takes two to tango over here. So this is like, what is this warning you? Guys, don't be foolish about that. You also are not really, and this is not really typical Pisces. You're not really kind of like putting that X-ray vision to really see what they do. And that is like really recommended over here. You just assume they're marriage material. You assume that things can actually go forward. But look what's going on. This person, at the very least, is somebody who can be very depressed right now. Maybe it's somebody who's actually going through divorce and who is just like simply craving happiness. Be very careful, and I can see that all the time, that men divorce, specifically if this is a man, and how men resolve their issues versus how women resolve their issues is very different. Women take their time off the way they should be, healing, right? You don't, who was this, My West or somebody that say, you know, you just, the easiest way to forget someone is to get under someone else. Well, yeah, I guess that probably was not much of the love. It was lots of lust. I can see that. But I totally see here that the emotions are involved, right? That there is like, you're almost like creating some dream, and you guys kind of like are able to create that magic. And here is the moon also, which is your card, which kind of like comes across over here, that you're feeling a little bit, you know, out of place. You're feeling that this kind of like whole charm and whole magic is kind of like going away, and that bothers you. You like magic, you like that specialness, you like this, like, I mean, you know, batting your eyelashes. But the problem is like here, that somebody you're picking is like really wrong partner at this time. At the very least this time, because you're already having like two karma cards, and they're coming here as a justice here reversed. They're feeling that there's like something going off in their life. As I said, that can actually talk about the divorce. It could be that maybe you set somebody in the corner, and you better kind of like think about what your actions were, and then come back to me and talk to me when you kind of like are done with the thinking and the strategy. Maybe you kind of like simply kind of like put somebody there, but maybe they also feel that there is like nothing they can patch, because they know what they know, but you don't know what they know. You know what I mean? I mean that they think that you know more, and if you knew everything, that you would not even consider being with them. So hence they really think this is like off the rails, this is not going anywhere. But at the same time, this person is not pulling their weight in this relationship. This person is like, when the hangman reverses this way, they kind of like want to control a relationship, and maybe they're like emotionally not able to even control themselves. So how do you have a control of your outside if you're not even able to pull kind of like your inside in? There are like quite a few basically major arcanas. So if you're the first one here, we have in tarot major arcana, we have minor arcana, right? So majors are sort of like, you must do that. This is not optional. You cannot choose not to read this book. You are going to live this, right? So the Fool reverses, and like Fool here, when it reverses, he's jumping off this cliff and slipping, and maybe he's going to land on his feet. We don't know yet what's going to happen, but you're not listening advice over here. You're like so set in your head what you want, where you're going, how you really want to go there, that nothing will persuade you like in any other kind of like way. And this is clearly saying that this relationship, and this is like where your head is like Two of Cups, this kind of like would be you over here. This person just needs to turn around and see things differently, and that's maybe what your hope is. Maybe that is what you're counting on. Look, dude or lady, there's like so much more in life. Like, why are you Why are you crying over something? Maybe they had somebody they can't forget, and for them the life is like big, you know, let's sit on the shore and cry my eyes out. Where there is like something that is like still full, exuberant, kind of sitting there, and these two cups are over here, which is you. It's really coming next to you. That's something that really needs to be addressed. And I really think what really comes across to me, because you have lots of twos, like in 2 and 2 and 2, which really talks about indecision. It really talks about, you know, also there's like no meeting of the minds. And as I was saying, the hangman is not a bad card, but when it comes reversed, it really talks about somebody who kind of like plays a good game. They're like saying lots of things that everybody is like happy to hear, everybody wants to know, but those things really, you know, do not happen, or they're really not doing those sacrifices they're claiming they're doing, right? So you really need to be careful about that. That's what I wanted to do, to kind of like zoom a little bit out so you can see more. So let's continue. So it's Ace of Wands and 10 of Swords reversed. And there is like a Queen of Pentacles reversed. So I really think you're shifting at some stage. And I think you're shifting because honestly you're being told I'm not ready, or there's like something else that I want. And maybe this person, as I said, is telling you I did all of that things for you, but you know, it also could be that somebody who is going through extreme turmoil, let's say, this could be some relationship that they have on the side. I still actually don't have enough to really claim this, I have to say, but the reason why I'm concluding this is they're sort of like at the odds with even themselves. When the Justice and the Hierophant come this way, especially because we have a Death and the 10 of Swords and the Tower, this person is currently not dateable. This person could be going through divorce. This person could be going through kind of like fierce custody fight or huge breakup, and they're saying, maybe they're saying to you, and you want to take them under your wing, I did all of that and I'm such a good wife or such a good husband and they did all of that. Do not listen to that. They actually think they did that which they didn't, and there is a reason why this is happening over here. Because look at this 10 of Cups and then Ace of Cups. They're actually shifting on a new phase. They had to learn about certain things which honestly I don't think they did. And you might just simply absorb, given that we have all this karma cards, somebody else's karmic, basically garbage. You really need to ask yourself if you're willing or capable to do that, because this person can destabilize you, really, really heavily. Because look what needs to be repaired. Somebody is being really hurt, and somebody really feels wronged, and somebody really feels, you know, I need to repair things. So while women take their time to kind of like recover in many more ways than one, financially, how do I live now, how do I kind of position myself, and emotionally, men, action, light action. I need to know, I need to find a really quickly new relationship so I can show everybody. So you will see men buffing themselves, exercising, which is a sure way thing that they're actually probably thinking about either cheating or going in some kind of direction. Because I see here sexuality, I see here that again, you guys maybe are living a little bit in the dream world, because you really want to see what you just want to see. The moon, the moonshine, it kind of like doesn't necessarily give you everything in a bright light. And this could be your husband. It could be that there is a situation or relationship that is like so tense that kind of like is just about to kind of like collapse of some kind. And there is like this huge hope. Oh my gosh, let's kind of like move forward. And it almost like looking into, oh my gosh, this is going to end, is like too even painful. And there could be that situation, let's just patch it, you know, like, I mean, you have like this big cut over here, bleeding to death, but you're looking at this piece over here that doesn't really look nice. Be very, very careful that you don't do cosmetic changes in the situation, that you're doing the right changes. So the tower is showing up, and this is one of those big cards that kind of like really, really shakes you. So, okay, did you get it? Did you get it now? Did you get it now? Right? Look at that. Everybody's falling off. It doesn't matter if you're the king or the servant or cat. This was not built properly. This, in order to move forward, has to kind of like move forward differently. Interestingly enough, both of these cards could also be interpreted as phallic symbols. Hello. So are you kind of like getting involved with someone with hope that they're going to think something else, or they're going to do something else? Maybe somebody here was somebody's lover and they were hoping that somehow, just because I'm here, I'm a soft place to fall, things will actually work out differently. Be very careful of that thinking. This person, as I said to you, right now, in this period of time that I'm covering, is not dateable. And again, having said that in a kind of like rather harsh way, my dear Pisces, I just really want to do that because I want to give you a little bit of that tower moment. You need to see things that they're really doing, especially in a relationship, especially if this can actually end up in a way that is really not going to be helpful for you. And I am thinking how to protect you over here. So I would like to know your opinion here, guys, and just don't think this is carved in stone, as this is a general reading. To get your own, it can be very different. These things could actually have a completely different shift. So just go on my website, cattarot.ca, and get your own reading. And if you're still here, guys, and if this resonated, if this is close to your situation, that means we are kind of in sync. So please subscribe, please come back, and I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. And also, if you really want to get a little bit of bigger perspective, like my annuals are currently still on sale. It's $29.95, I believe, for one, and $59.95 for all of them. So you can check your ascendant and everything. Anyway, blah, 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 right? So my dear Pisces, there is a hope, but be very careful who you give yourself to. That's all I can say over here. Love you guys. All the best this month.